You guys having a good time, Greater Grand Rapids area? Oh, good. Good to see you guys. I am from Traverse City, so I am also very excited to be here, mostly because I can't stop texting and driving. It's a true story. I gotta stop doing it. I can't stop. I'm addicted to it. I can't stop texting and driving. It's like, I don't know why it's so hard. I quit smoking once. Texting and driving is just like smoking. I just do it when I drink. Okay, some of these are jokes. You guys are on board. Let's get to it. No, I come down here quite a bit. My wife's family is from over in Ravenna. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys have heard of it? Cool. No, she has a brother. I was down here a couple months ago and I met her brother. Her brother has Asperger's, which I knew nothing about. So I asked my wife about it. It's on the autism spectrum. I asked my wife about it. She says, it's not a big deal. Just know that he's not going to laugh at any of your jokes. And I was like, oh, so basically I've been diagnosing audiences across the Midwest for the last 5 years. That was a side hustle I was not expecting. Started comedy, ended up a psychologist, so I don't know. So there you go, Dad. Oh, my dad's a trip, man. I'm turning into my dad, it's weird. My dad's got this thing, like, he was very supportive, I gotta say, he was supportive of my comedy career. He always said, son, you can do anything you want. Just remember to leave me the fuck alone. But he's getting older now. He's getting older and he's starting to do this thing. He's 100% Italian, my dad. And he's never really grasped the English language. I don't know what to do. He always says stuff just a little bit wrong. Just enough so it's like, what are you doing? He was sick a few months ago and I called him up and I said, Dad, how you been? What's been going on? He had to stay in the hospital. And he had a bladder infection, which is what it turned out. He says, yeah, you ought to go talk to the doctor. He says I caught a little bit of the Ebola. Oh, Ebola, Dad? Is that what you... The flesh-eating virus that ravaged the continent of Africa? They just sent you home with some penicillin there, patient zero? Is that how it went? Ebola. Don't you think he meant E. coli? Oh, yeah, that was it. That was it. I got a little bit of the E. cola. That's what I got. The wireless beverage E. cola. That's what he's got. I'm going to see my dad this weekend. I'm going up for Labor Day too. I grew up in the UP, which is the Upper Peninsula of Meijer. You're familiar. I'm a big fan. I love it. I hated growing up there, but I go back as much as I can. Look, the UP's crazy. It's like this wild, beautiful place. It's kind of like Narnia with racism. You know what I mean? The big difference between the UP and Narnia is nobody comes out of the closet in the UP, you guys. Stay tuned. They're tucked in. I love the UP, man. The people there get a bad rap. They're like rugged individualist people. They just, you know that because when you cross the bridge, the stores put everything they sell in the store on the sign. That's what they do. The implication there is if you don't need it, just keep fucking driving. We're in here watching the Pack drinking Milwaukee's best. That's what we're doing. It is true. First time I brought my wife up there, I forgot about the signs and we were crossing the bridge there and we saw the first store and she leaned over and she said, what's ice cream, smoked fish, beef jerky fudge pasties? What's that? Do we need that? Yes. Do we want to pick up some Lotto Wi-Fi cigarettes, liquor? I don't know. It's very strange, the UP marketing. They also have these restaurants up there. I've never seen this anywhere else in the world. They have restaurants up there. They don't have they don't have signs with hours on them. They don't have the name of the restaurant, nothing. They just have 3 big plywood letters. Say, eat. It's like a Zen poem. I don't know if that's the dumbest thing or the smartest thing I've ever seen. You don't understand it? They start doing that with other businesses. They start calling gas stations pee. And hotels sex. Or in my case, cry yourself to sleep again. In case you didn't know from that last joke, I'm married. Any married people in here? That's mildly enthusiastic. All right, how long have you guys been married?
Too long.
To each other, I'm assuming? Okay, good. How too long? How long is too long? Because I bet I got a guess. So, how long is too long?
19.
19 years. Give it up for 19 years. 19 years in captivity. Congratulations. It's impressive. I've been married for 10 years. My wife's very supportive, actually, of my comedy, which is good. Right before I left tonight, she said, go get the fuck out of here, which I thought was nice. She's on top of it. No, she's good, man. It's just, you know, there's things you don't know when you get married. I didn't know 10 years ago I'm learning, right? I didn't know marriage took so much monogamy. Like all of it. It takes all of the monogamy. My wife hates that joke. I told that, it's like men are different. I told my wife, I'm like, look, it's different for us. It's just harder for guys to be monogamous. She said, that's bullshit. There's animals that are monogamous. Ducks are monogamous. Swans are monogamous. Penguins are monogamous. That's my point. Monogamy's for the fucking birds. And I slept on the couch that night. No, I give my wife a lot of shit. She's great. She does keep it spicy in the bedroom. She read 50 Shades of Grey last year, so she keeps it a little spicy. She likes it when I hit her on the head in the bedroom now. Just hard enough so she forgets who I am. That's how. Her safe word is, I'm sorry, who are you again? The joke is woke as hell. It's got a safe word in it. No, my wife's great, man. She's a very hip dresser. Some people in here, some women might relate to this. I came home the other day and she was wearing new shoes, and she always says place and price. I said, nice shoes. She said, Target, $12. Yeah, wearing a new blouse. TJ Maxx, $10. Man, I don't really think of anything that way. And then I was with the therapist the other day. She said, man, you're really depressed. I said, Catholic school, 12 years. Get it too. Not a big fan of therapy. I talk about it. I got a good therapist. It's good to be mentally healthy. My therapist told me the other day, he said, man, you got to start working on your positive self-talk. I said, yeah, I fucking suck at that. I'm a real piece of shit. He said, man, you got to start working on your passive aggressiveness. I said, oh, do I? Is that what I need to do? Start working on my passive aggressiveness. Then I crop dusted him on the way out of the office. My point is that he gets me. That's all I'm saying. Now, I've been married for a while, man. Don't have any kids. We've been trying. We're getting to the age where all of our friends are starting to have kids, so we're feeling a little jealous, not of the kids, just to have a better reason to cancel plans. No, we are. Like, we've been trying, but it's like, I'm kind of digging into the uncle thing. I like that a lot. I got a nephew. I got a nephew who's 8, and he's starting to get into math a lot, you know what I mean? And I was hanging out with him, and he started to put numbers on everything. He said, Uncle Matt, I'm like 300 tired. It's kind of a weird thing. He said, I'm like 150 hungry. All right, he came up to me, he said, Uncle Matt, I'm 69 lonely. He said, look, I get it, but I'm not that Catholic. I can't. All right, yep. You guys read the news too, cool, all right. No, man, I'm a big fan. It's weird. It's hard to be Catholic, like you guys know. It's weird. It's a hard thing to be Catholic. You don't get to pick whether you're Catholic or not. That's just how it works. The priest dips you in the thing and you're a Catholic. There you go. Here's your stupid baby back. He's a Catholic. Catholic priest not huge on consent, we're learning. But it is. That's two big moves. Catholic priests have two big moves. They have this move right here, and they have this move right here. I know. That's a rough joke. It's a rough joke. I'm actually considered moving that joke to another parish and never talking about it again. Thank you guys so much. My name is Matt Zerilli. Thank you very much. Give it up for your host, Ryan.
Right now it's my time, so fuck those other guys. I'm kidding, I'm not cocky like that. I'm more the type of person to be seeking the approval of everybody here tonight. It's like when I was a kid, I knew I was a mistake to my dad, but then along came my stepdad, clean slate, time to turn on that charm. Now I'm a mistake to 2 people, so. Lately I've been trying to think of what my first memories are, and there's some big ones that stand out. When I was in preschool, I had a babysitter that hated us going in her house, even if it was just to use the bathroom. And one day, my asshole did not have the same willpower as me to wait for my dad to get there. Said, fuck the babysitter, fuck you, fuck your Ninja Turtle underwear. I'm done clenching. Back then, my dad had an S10 pickup where the front seat was like a bench seat. Sat three people across, and on the way home, I sat in between my dad and my sister. And to this day, I have no idea how neither of them smelled me. Maybe my dad was too focused on what to make for dinner that night, but thought offering me. I was bringing a side to pass. My dad might not have had a good sense of smell, but he did have a good sense of humor. Real trickster. One night, I was sitting on the couch next to my mom. Don't worry, guys, I'm a pro. Alright. So I was sitting on the couch next to my mom. My dad was standing in the middle of the living room. You're gonna love this, it's hilarious. So the trick started with my dad yelling so loud that the cops got called, and then the trick ended with my mom driving off with me and my sister in her SUV. There was more laughs that night than there were tonight. But don't worry, it's cool. We ended up with 2 Christmases. Nothing like double the presents your friends get to help you forget that your family's not as happy as theirs. Yeah, no, that's one of the stories that we all look back fondly on and will periodically come up at Thanksgiving dinner. Like, there's a story of the time my family was playing Dirty Word Scrabble, and I had to explain to my grandma what jizz is. And then there's the story of domestic dispute. So, both classics. Yeah. You know, they always tell you what you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. You know what you can't be? You can't be the one to fix your broken home. Just jokes. But my parents are still divorced. Alright. No, 29 years later, still having uncomfortable memories. Been in a relationship for just over a year, and I love it. I love being off the market because when I first start dating someone, I am super shy and awkward. Like, to the point where it takes me forever to make the first move. One person picked up on that fairly quickly, and she was actually the one that went in for the first kiss, which should be great. That should take the pressure off me. But nope, high anxiety was still there, and so when she went in for the kiss, I swear, right before our lips touched, what came out of my mouth was the words, "Oh boy." Yeah, I'm fucking 32. It's like I was a 12-year-old kid again. I mean, what was I going to say when she actually took her clothes off? Woo! Some weird's happening in my pants. I mean, come on. But yeah, I've been with my girlfriend for just over a year. And I would love to say that a big part of the reason why she's been with me for so long is because of the amazing sex. I'm sure most guys would like to say that. But I have 2 mental disorders, and so I'm constantly taking pills that make my libido suck. Not only does it take me forever to finish, but it's also hard for me to keep an erection. So, but I guess on the positive side, it's like, well, hey, I've got great stamina. But on the negative side, it's more like, it'll be like some soft-served dick. But speaking of medications, my doctor's trying to wean me off one of mine because she says it's going to double my chances of Alzheimer's. And that's a problem? To me, that sounds like a solution. I mean, if that medication is going to eventually make me forget that I'm depressed, then keep me on it. Plus, people love that movie, The Notebook. How about we make my life a little bit more like that? My girlfriend really helps out with that stuff. She hates that joke, but every once in a while she'll actually surprise me and cater to my dark humor. Like the other day, I was driving us to dinner. We were at a stop sign, waiting for this good-looking couple to cross the street. And when I say good-looking, like, I mean good-looking. Like, they were too hot for Grand Rapids. They were so good-looking that if they had asked me to join them in the bedroom, yes, of course, I would be excited about her. But after a couple drinks, that would probably be the night that I'd be vicarious. Guys play this game with their friends called Who Would You Go Gay For? And the typical answer is the hottest celebrity you can think of. Like Ryan Gosling or Chris Hemsworth. But for me, it would just have to be some random guy I saw downtown Grand Rapids once. Alright, back on track. So my girlfriend, one of the nicest people I've ever met, will sometimes surprise me and cater to my dark humor. And so as we're waiting for that good-looking couple to cross the street, she looks to me with a deadpan look on her face and says, "They look too happy. Hit them." So I did, and soft serve dick. All right, thank you guys.
Who in here enjoys stand-up comedy? Who enjoys stand-up comedy? Yeah! I'm tired of it. I don't fucking like it anymore. Everybody, I can't lie. I've been doing it a long time. I've been doing it 16 years. I don't know if any of you are at a job where you've been at your job for 16 years and you're like, yeah, I still love it. Like, no, you fucking hate this shit. So, let's do some weird shit, everybody. Who's with me? Who's into some weird shit? First of all, comedy is all about, like, you gotta have a gimmick, right? Like, you gotta have something else. You just can't be funny. Because everyone's like, yeah, that guy was funny, but I don't remember him at all. So, like, certain gimmick is, like, fat, right? Like, have you ever seen, like, a fat comic and you didn't fucking like him? Like, you fucking love fat comics, right? Who in here loves a fat fucking comic? Yeah! So, that's gonna be my new shtick, everybody. I'm gonna be a fat fucking comic. And so if you guys can indulge me right now, I'm just gonna eat a fucking pie. I hope you don't care. I gotta work on getting fat, so can you guys... Is it working? Am I getting fatter? Am I getting funnier? Alright, maybe it's not the pie. Maybe I need some ranch dressing. There we go. Need some fucking ranch dressing. This is fucking America, man. This is America. Fucking white ranch dressing. This is, alright, this is not fucking working. Okay. So there we go. So, that's not working. So what's another good gimmick? Hair. Everybody, who in here doesn't like haircut? Am I right? Fucking the hair. So let's go ahead. No, hair top's the greatest of all time. So let's go with my hair. Like, this is awesome, right? Like, this is weird, crazy hair. Like, feel this hair. This is real fucking hair, right? Smell this hair. Smell it! It's good. It's good shit. Is it making me funny? Am I funnier now with my hair? Yeah! Alright, this is not fucking enough. I need to do something else with my hair. So hold on. You gotta do a little... This is not working. I apologize. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't even know how to quit. Like, how would I quit comedy? Like, I don't have a boss, right? Like, you guys all have bosses. Like, who would, like, have you ever quit, sir? Have you ever quit your job? Like, what have you done when you quit your job? What did you do?
Told my boss for 2 weeks.
That's it? No, you didn't. Like, look at you, man. You're super cool. You did something cool. Like, you did fucking double barrels. You took a shit on his desk. Right? You did something like that. I don't know how to fucking quit. I need a boss, though. I'm not getting paid to do this right now, so I need a boss. I need someone to pay me right now so I can quit. So who's got 20 bucks right now that they can give me so I can fucking quit this shit? A lot of cheap fucks in here, Brian. I don't know how this continues to happen every week. No one wants to be my boss. All right, fair enough. Anyone in here got a business card? Anyone got a business card? Don's got a business card. What is that? The Luminaries. Don does this weird, like, Christmas thing every year. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. I know Don is very cool. That's good shit. Okay. None of this is working. All right. I haven't found my gimmick yet. You gotta find a gimmick. So maybe juggling. You guys like juggling? Yeah. Let's try some juggling. All right. Here we go. There we go. We're going back in. There we go. All right. I don't know how to juggle, but let's try this shit. All right, you guys ready? We got 3 tennis balls. Check this shit out. 3 tennis balls. All right. Here we go. No. All right, we're We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Woo! All right. Let's try. All right. Let's try knives. You guys ready? Let's try knives. I need a spotter. Fuck that shit. That's not. Not trying to. We're not ready for it. Not ready for it. Maybe you gotta be high on cocaine. Maybe you gotta be high on cocaine. And open the bag. Oh God. That's not good shit. That is awful shit. Oh God. All right, maybe you can't do that, but maybe you gotta fucking get some energy on Monster, man. Monster! Missy, come up here. I need your help, Missy. I'm gonna shotgun some Monster right now. Crack that open. I'm gonna shotgun it, Missy. Crack it open, Missy! No! Have you ever shotgunned it? God damn it, Missy! Fuck, you gotta stab it! And then yell! Oh, shit, no! God! She is a fucking murderer! Oh, God damn! Brian, I apologize. All right, this shit's not working. All right, they said, try to be the guy who gives out free shit. So I got koozies, everybody. Koozies! 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 All right, that didn't work either. Okay. I got one last thing. It never fails. Because this is America. And it never fucking fails. I don't know if you guys are ready for this shit. I don't know if you're ready. But who's your favorite comic of all time? If you say anyone other than Jeff Dunham, you're a fucking weirdo. It's Jeff Dunham. Because everybody loves a fucking puppet. So let's do some shit. Let's do some shit. Alright. I got myself a puppet right here. Who loves it? This is Carl, everybody. Say hi to Carl. Hi, everybody. Did Stu talk to you about quitting? Because he should quit comedy, ventriloquism, and life. Oh, fuck, Carl. Take it easy. He's telling it as it is, everybody. Carl, you having a good day today? Yeah, having a pretty good day. Carl, where's your shirt? What the fuck do I know my shirt is? You fucking brought me. I want to know what my dick is. There it is, everybody. That's my time. I destroyed Brian Stage. Thanks, I'm Stephen Callister. Randy, man, I need help.
So actually, I am a U of M fan because my nephew's playing there, but other than that, I really give a fuck about U of M. I'm mad that the last guy stole my idea of sticking my hand up a dummy's ass, but my brother said that's incest, so. So anyway, I've got 5 kids and like 6 baby, about 5 baby mamas also. I used to get busy, now my hips and everything are all fucked up. Anyway, my youngest son, we adopted him. He's 100% Caucasian. Just so you guys know, I'm biracial. That doesn't mean, after the show, bro, I told you, biracial is different, all right? So anyway, still gonna wink at me, all right. So hold on, that damn light's blinding the shit out of me. Welfare glasses there. Anyway, my youngest son is 100% Caucasian. And who in the audience is not Caucasian? Are you a race that you can't clap? Goddamn. All right, so anyway, if you do not have a white child, buy one. These fuckers are awesome. But my son is 10 years younger than the next oldest child. It goes, my 2 boys are 10 and 20. They're both about the same IQ, but then my daughters are all in their 20s. My son plays his video games all day long. My kids say he's spoiled because he's the youngest. Well, he goes up in his room and he lives in a virtual world. So he's on there, and I can hear him down the hall. I'll have my dad kick your ass. I'm like, we don't know these fucking virtual people, you know what I'm saying? But then he's always like, I'll block you. Fuck you, I'll block you. I'm like, what the hell is he talking to? But then he goes to school and he tries to block people. It doesn't work out the same. But on the flip side, these white kids tend to grow up to be these mass murderers or mass shooters and shit. And I thought, well, that's how you raise your kid, you know? So we get them safe stuff like Nerf guns and stuff like that. Well, my wife got mad because I beat his ass for shooting me with a Nerf gun. You guys probably think, big as I am, what damage could that do? This son of a bitch put drywall screws in the bullets. You should have been cut off like when you were born. You know, you can sign up and do your own show sometime, fake ass Vin Diesel looking at. Don't get me started. He was, honest to God, he was outside, he's like, how do you get in? I'm like, there's a fucking door right there. So, like I said, I'm multiracial, but I'm also, I have multi-personalities. And each one of my personalities is part of one of my races. So I get to think about doing shit, you know, part of my personality is like, yeah, bro, fuck that, man, we could do this shit. Then the other one's like, dude, it'd be fucking great. Then the other one's like, all right, Chico, we're gonna go to jail again. So anyway, have you guys heard that Mexico is now in favor of that wall? Keep all the fucking white people out of Mexico shooting everything up. So, all right, go to my note cards here because my memory's fucked up. Oh, my father-in-law, who's probably watching this right now, he's super religious. And he's always telling me, you know, how I need to go to church and all that. I'll go on potluck, they have some good food, but we're leaving. I don't live in Grand Rapids. We're doing a prayer at his house before we left last week. We came to town. He's got us in a circle, he's praying, and he's like, you know, God, watch over my family, this and the other. And he puts his hand on my son and goes, and whatever the hell's wrong with my grandson, can you fix that? He's from the hood, but he's still, you know, he's religious. So I did become a grandparent in April. And I was thinking about it. I was telling my daughter, I'm like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. You know, she had a baby and stuff. You know, I told her I was proud of her. On the flight home, I'm thinking to myself, she just had a baby out of wedlock by some dude I don't fucking know. And I'm proud of her. So, in my family, it's not hard to get someone to be proud of you.